Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Yeah, James.
Oh,
Yeah. Man, I hope that's as loud as it can go. Is there a way for that to go louder, Giorgio? Because it's glorious.
Let me see.
It is absolutely glorious.
Go ahead.
We got some sound effects on the show today.
No. Well,
Yes!
a whole new world. Now, what are you doing? Is this to possibly
Welcome to
replace me?
Thursday.
So you could just like put the things that I always.
James, my
Not
dreams
happy.
are coming true. All of my dreams are coming true
We
in front of
both
my
have
eyes.
to have one in order for this to like be fair.
Do we? You just got maloned.
Oh, I get maloned every day of my life, basically.
Oh, you just got maloned.
I did.
James, you
I
did.
did.
You did. It's another Thursday, another day in whatever sort of quarantine we're in, or whatever time period this is in, or what level in the game of the sim world that we're in, because this is what it's feeling like. I think we should start off the show with who gets canceled. So we should do that. Who gets canceled? First up on who's getting canceled today is Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben got canceled today.
Yeah, but we knew that was coming,
I
right?
did not know, man. Same as yesterday with Aunt Jemima. I did not know. I thought these were fictional people that were totally made up as characters, like Mr. Clean, man.
No.
Uncle Ben.
They were the help in a rich white mansion.
Okay. So it
and
wasn't.
they had a recipe that they would make for their.
Here's who I thought this was. I thought this guy I thought he was Uncle Ben. I thought Ben
is.
created the rice.
He is.
Is he the owner of the rice?
Look.
Does he own the company? Who is?
I'm
let's find out
sure-
who's Uncle Ben.
I'm sure he doesn't. But it's based on, just like Aunt Jemima, it's based on the help.
All right, so it's a brand of rice, obviously. Well, so here's the thing with every food product, though. All of it is now owned by large companies.
Mm-hmm.
They've all consolidated and they're buying up everything.
Origins.
Yeah, Origins.
A German-British scientist.
Ah.
And in order
okay.
to sell it to white people, to make
What?
them feel comfortable, they put a guy on there that was like,
Doesn't make me feel comfortable.
it doesn't? You don't think
No.
it's like this old traditional recipe that they used to make?
No. I want to see I want to see like an Italian guy in a like a little chef's hat. No, that's Chef
Or a
Boyardee. Hang
Southern
on.
rice
That's
recipe?
Chef Boyardee. But rice is typically Asian. So when I think of rice, I think of Asia. So I think it'd be even better if there was like a little Asian man on the box. That way I know the rice like potentially came from Asia, right? Either way, I was unaware. Yeah, put Chef Boyardee up on there, because this is probably the last we're going to see of him too. I'm sure Italians are going to come out and say he wasn't really Italian.
Nope. He'll be fine, probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And here's why I say this. You know what else got canceled today? Cream of wheat.
Yes.
Cream of wheat got canceled. Pull
Let's
that up.
see the package.
I don't even know this one.
Let's see the package of this now.
Cream of wheat.
Oh, look at that.
Who is it?
Look at that.
Oh, is it a black guy in there too?
Oh, yes.
I don't even know that I've had cream of wheat in my entire life, so I didn't know what
Oh,
this...
my gosh, I used to love it.
Oh, really? Never...
Staple in my house.
No.
Staple in my mornings, yeah.
I didn't even know there was a cream of wheat guy that did it. Huh.
Yeah.
You don't say.
I do say.
Okay. So those are the first twosies. Another one, I'm not going to say her name. She's not famous to the world. She is famous to me because I enjoy her as a writer. And she is a very edgy comedian writer. She does not do stand-up, but she's purely like Twitter and one of the very finest comedy writers we have behind the scenes.
Okay.
And she has a very large Twitter following.
Okay.
She put up a thing today, and I was fully expecting to read this thing and thought it was a joke. Instead, it was an apology for some tweets she's made about Asians in the past and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They're coming for me.
Coming for you.
Yeah.
So
specifically. You actually, I'm going to take you out of this just in case they fire me only.
You got to take that bid.
You never, every time I would say it, actually you and Dan both would be like, okay, we're good. Calm down. Because I would go real far with it.
Here's the thing. You don't have to put Jessie up there. What are you doing? She doesn't need to be distracted by herself.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I like the bike picture if you're going to do it.
If you're going to do it. But
if you're going to do it, I like the bike one.
It's one of those things where with the Asians, boy, I don't know. I'm not going to apologize for any of this shit.
Well, I mean, we did some fucked up shit to them too. But anyway.
We did fucked up shit to everyone. And that's the thing is like, and so here's what was disappointing about reading her letter today, because it was a letter. That's what it was. That I've never viewed her personally as anything more than an entertainer, a comedian, and a writer, and somebody who's trying to tell funny jokes. That's the difference to me, and that's the difference with you as well, in my opinion. You're not racist. I know you my entire life and all that other shit, right? Or 10 years, essentially, at this point. Not my entire life. I feel like I have, baby.
What if?
I feel like I have.
We were raised together.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
Yeah. That's what, when I think of you, I hear that noise in my head.
Okay. Did I tell you about that?
What?
Totally off topic, but the story from my little town in Ojai that these in my high school, brother and sister raised together. One was adopted, fully from babies raised together, started dating in high school.
That's a fun thing.
Just saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't even pass that off, though, like that you did something like that, right?
That I did something?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm saying it was like, we were like, I guess they're not blood related, but eesh, how weird. Carry on.
Ask Woody Allen what he thinks about that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only person I know that has adopted a
I'm
human
say
and then married it.
One thing about this, real quick before you go off, is like, I don't really care.
No.
As far as like, no. But I mean, like, if it makes somebody feel better for Aunt Jemima to not be like a big part of the brand or to rebrand it, if it makes like a large portion of people feel better, it does. I don't care. Like, holding on to that and holding on to these things is the issue. Where it's like, who cares? If it makes you feel better.
I'm in the same camp.
Right.
The problem I have with it is this. Why didn't you have a problem with it for, I don't know, ever? Like,
I think people have always had a problem with it, and there's been, but
I've never heard about it.
I know.
Like, for real.
I've
never
really
I
been
read
listening until
I
now.
read the news every single day.
Sure.
Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, and who was the last cream of wheat guy? Like, I didn't even know there was a dude on the box on that, for Christ's sakes.
Right, but you're blissfully unaware of a lot of things
in
life.
I read and listen to everything. The things that people have been pissed off about for years, right? Confederate statues.
Yep.
The Redskins, which we talked about yesterday.
Confederate flags in general.
Confederate flags, yes.
Like we're good.
I understand that. Now, I've never heard about Uncle Ben or cream of wheat or any of this stuff, or Aunt Jemima. I didn't know their backstory. Right. Really, I just assumed that was the real people, right? Now all of it, but the reason why this is an issue for me is you're going to go after every single tiny little thing and then take down everyone, everything, all of it. Comedically, you will not be able to see or do or say anything anymore without some person getting offended over something, right? With my person that I was enjoyed today, this writer who wrote this thing saying that my remarks have been insensitive for 10 years and blah, blah, blah. This letter was completely not her and or her style for a very long time. And it's like, I never viewed her as anything more than an entertainer and a comedian telling jokes. Same with my thing with Alex Jones, right? I don't know. I don't agree with fucking 90% of the shit that guy says, right? The shit he said about the Sandy Hook families is super fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. However, I'm able to look at him and judge him as an entertainer and do nothing more. Same with like Joe Exotic, right? All the fucked up shit he did and said, it wasn't until he decided to hire somebody to kill Carol Baskin that people were like, well, and now we have a problem, right?
Right.
So with all of this shit, these apologies to me feel empty and forced and everything else, because it's like, hey, man, you've been the same person for 10 years. You're not going to magically change overnight. I realize people are coming after you and saying shit, but it's like, they're jokes and everything else at the end of the day. I just think with all of this shit, as this keeps going forward, because we're just at the beginning of it, and I kind of view it as like the Me Too thing, right? Mm-hmm. Where the Me Too thing lasted about 2.5 years, and there was a few people who took it too far, and they were like, oh, fuck you and fuck your movement. Mm-hmm. This will probably happen as well with this. It happens with every single movement.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's probably
right.
True.
I watched that Rodney King doc last night. We All Fall Down, or
Let It Fall.
Let It Fall. That's it. I watched that doc, and it was the same thing. I remember being a kid when it happened, right? Mm-hmm. And all that shit was going on, and it felt like the end of the world and blah blah blah, right? And then a couple years later, things went back to normal or whatever you want to call it, right? Mm-hmm. But I think watching it helped me understand why, at least. Mm-hmm. Shit got taken too far, where it was just like, oh, it's not about your cause anymore. Now we're just focused on this one thing. And I remember from watching the doc, once they pulled the Asian man out of the car and almost beat him to death, and then Reginald Denny and then beat him to death as well, it had nothing to do about the movement and the cause anymore. And it was just, it just kind of went away after that. Like,
right. So let me go back to the Me Too really quick in the same way that.
To me, by the way, the Me Too was Chris Hardwick, Ryan Seacrest, and Aziz Ansari. Those were the three that kind of stopped that for me, at least.
Sure, but like just maybe comparing it to this like Aunt Jemima thing, or like, oh my gosh, what's next? Oh, what are they gonna do? Take down the statues? Like that kind of. Not that you're having it. Not that you're having it. I'm saying that's the like rhetoric that a lot of people are like, you're getting rid of our history, like, and trying to hold on to their like whiteness, right? Yeah. And in the same way with the Me Too, Whitney, your friend Whitney, actually had a good bit on it where guys were like, what? I can't hug anybody in the workplace anymore? And it's like, no. And you never should have. Do you know what I mean? Like, but you're trying to hold on to this, like, being like, what's next? I can't fucking make out with somebody? It's like, no, not without asking. You know what I mean? Or like not if you're in a position of power that after they don't want to make out with you, you fire them. Yes. Like, what are you trying to hold on to? Like, for example, as men, right? Mm-hmm. Like, what are you so up in arms about women wanting to be like, hey, just don't be such a dick to me, all right? What's next?
Yeah.
That kind of feeling is a little bit that is kind of what's happening, right, with the Aunt Jemima Ben thing. Who cares? It makes you feel better? Fine. But I do hear you that once it goes to a place that makes everybody question the entire movement, then that sucks. And I did say that about like Aziz Ansari. I was like, this is going to fuck it up. This is fucking it up because now you're diminishing the whole fucking thing. Now you're a whining little bitch as opposed to a woman that's like, hey, just real quick, don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. That's all. Like, that's all. But then there's going to be this whole other group of people that are like, yeah, and also I had a bad date and fuck that guy, cancel him. So yes, you are right. There are going to be some things that may ruin this situation, but if there are something, and again, I don't even think Aunt Jemima is a movement of Black Lives Matter. Like, I think it's white ladies that are like guilty. You know what I mean?
That's what it feels like, yeah.
It's what it feels like. There's all these
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never heard black people come out and say, let's get rid of all these people.
I'm sure they definitely are like, look, I don't like seeing it. I'm sure. Like, I'm sure that I don't like seeing it. It's just a symptom of all these other things that are happening to me. Like with the Confederate flag in NASCAR, right? So it's like, Bubba Watson was like, I want more black people to come, right?
Wallace, yes.
Bubba Wallace, sorry. Yes. I want more people to come and watch NASCAR. They don't because it feels uncomfortable, right? And so take down the flag. It makes these people feel uncomfortable. You're fine with it. Let's just fine.
Yeah.
Like that is okay. But I hear what you're saying, that like it can get out of control and ruin the movement. There's also all these silly white gestures that are happening. I saw a tweet somebody put out that was like, send some money, Venmo your black friends right now. They're going through a hard time. And people were doing it.
Yeah.
There's all these stories of like these black ladies, whatever, that were like, I just got a Venmo for like $10 from my friend that said, have a coffee on me.
So they're
like, what the fuck?
That is coming from Chaz. So that Chaz thing in Seattle, that is what they encouraged, was to Venmo your black friend $10. It was that specific amount. And I looked at it and was like, why $10? And they were like, if you are for the movement and about the movement, you can give somebody $10 and tell them you're sorry. So that's kind of where that is coming from. Real quick,
a bunch of people did it.
But on the Me Too thing, like, because of you can't hug or you can't talk to anybody, it makes me as a small business owner, no lie, I don't want to hire women. I don't even want to be put in that place. Dead serious.
But that's fucking stupid.
It isn't, because here's the thing. It's the fear of a lawsuit. And I've had this discussion with 3 other friends of mine who own companies like this, right? And I'm like, where are you hiring these days, dude-wise? And they're like, man, tell you what, man, I'm hiring dudes, and I don't even want to deal with whatever I might say or somebody jokingly says in the office or some gesture that might be taken the wrong way, because a sexual harassment suit is a sexual harassment suit. I have 2 friends who own companies that are going through it right now, and I go, what was the case? And they broke it down to me, and I was like, so they just want money? And I'm like, yeah, and it's an easy way to get money. And I was like, shit. And I was like, so what are you going to do about this? And he goes, I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to fucking do. He's like, can't hire women now, because I'm afraid of it every fucking time I walk into the office, that some asshole or somebody's going to say something somewhere. And he goes, I don't even want to deal with that. When I walk into work every day, that is the last thing I want to deal with, on top of the other shit that I have to do. 3 friends now who own companies have said this. 2 of them are under sexual harassment lawsuits, not from them themselves, but from other things with coworkers or whatever. One of them was a bad date that one of the coworkers went on with the girl. And, you know, some businesses are asking you to sign NDAs that you can't date employees and all that other shit. The military already has it, which we talked to that girl yesterday. And it's like, if you're just looking to come in, do your job, go home without any problems, lawsuits, or anything else, like, that's kind of what that did, at least mentally for me. And that's just me being honest about it, where it's like, man, there's enough things that are fucked up throughout the day. I don't even want to think about somebody dating somebody else or doing that whole shit. Like, I just don't. Because it doesn't come down to them 2 anymore. It comes back in the company and we get sued. And it's just like, come on, man. So that's kind of what this is done. Now, the NFL and other organizations are trying to force in hirings right now. I personally think that's a mistake because of what could happen if something's there. Those are the easiest lawsuits to walk in and out of. And that's how I think some of these movements get thrown off course. But hey, that's just me personally, and I'm just telling you my honest feeling on it. I know you would be fine working with women. You complain about it all the time. Of, hey, there's not enough women working here, but
I mean, yes and no, but yeah, like I've famously been anti-feminist for that reason. Where I just was like, that's not gonna help the real cause, which is like, keep your head down, work fucking hard, do the best you can, figure it out.
But I also me personally,
but at the same time, like, things do need to change a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not sure how that happens. And I don't think suing people and, you know, frivolous lawsuits and things about bad dates or anything like that is the answer, but I don't know. Yeah.
Look, me personally, I'm one of those people who goes to work like, I don't need to be friends with anybody I work with. I'm fine to do the job and go home and everything else.
Right.
So I don't even need that interaction, but a lot of workplaces do, especially if you're in cubicles and all that other shit. And it's just like, so I don't know. That's just me. I'd like to talk about fucking firing Dr. Fauci, though, right now.
Yeah.
I chatted about him yesterday, how I was all done with his bullshit and the bobbleheads and everything else. I thought we were fine with that, right? Like, we're all done. Now, this morning, he says that there's no way he thinks football can be played at all this fall because of COVID. Football. Besides you and my children and my parents, that is my favorite thing in the world.
I would put that a little bit higher on the list.
Then who?
Me and the kids.
You? Well, maybe.
It would be the parents, football,
Depends
the
on
kids, and then me.
Ohio State's recruitment class.
And only one of the kids, by the way.
Yeah.
Not the other one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It depends on Ohio State's recruitment class. This year's been real high, so maybe. Because we were supposed to win a national championship this year. But
yeah.
When I
Change that
hear
up a
shit
little
like
bit.
this, because of who he is, and now people are going to take this seriously, and like we've already been back. The kids have been practicing now for 2 weeks. They've been back. By saying this and putting this out in the public and putting this in people's minds, you're going to have some, as if the left coast needed any more reason to be pussies. Now you're going to have those coaches being like, well, Dr. Fauci said it and he works for Trump. Fauci's worked for every president since Reagan. So
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. He's been in there. I'm all done with his fucking bullshit. He lied about the mask yesterday, right?
Well, he came clean about lying, but yeah.
Either way, he lied
I'm
first
just
and then
saying,
came
like,
clean. Yeah,
he didn't lie yesterday. He
I was
lied
dirty,
in the beginning.
and then I took a shower. Like, fuck that guy.
Just saying, dude.
I understand.
I'm not on his side. I'm on your side.
I want him out of there. I want him gone. I do. You know, and that little fucker, he's what, 81 years old? How old is Dr. Fauci? 79? Is he 79 or 81?
He's worried about him and his friends, you know?
Yeah,
79.
Okay, 79. He's gonna be 80 this year on Christmas Eve, right? Take away his fucking birthday and Christmas Eve, dude.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve. Take away your
we
birthday
can't have
because that tree
Christmas.
might have COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, if you take football away and sports, because this is going to bleed over into the NBA and NHL and everything else. Like, those are team sports where people are knocking the shit out of each other and everything else. If you take away sports after the fucking year we've had, Dr. Fauci, I'd like to see you fired and then shipped over to fucking Wuhan, dude, and just have you eating bats in the goddamn wet markets with the rest of those fucking people, dude. Get it,
testing
live it.
bats.
Yeah, let's you go there yourself and deal with this bullshit. I want to play football. People get sick. I leave it up to the players. Leave it up to the players and the coaches. Hey man, I sign a waiver. If I get sick, I get sick. Great, I can't play, and then I move on with my life, right?
Yeah.
If there was a waiver to do podcasts every day, I'd fucking sign that shit. Great. If I get COVID in here, AIDS, or whatever else that I may or may not contract throughout the day, it's my own fucking fault. Otherwise, let people fucking live their lives. If these colleges don't play, a lot of them will go bankrupt because this football money pays for half the goddamn school every year. And that's every school. Even the tiniest pull your dick out, piss on me schools need this money. There's a reason why you see fucking Alabama play Troy every year. And you're like, man, where the fuck is Troy? No idea. Still don't know where. The only Troy I know is from the Goonies. And it's all over once you ride up Troy's bucket. But I know this for a fact. Troy gets $1 million. $1 million just for playing one game against Alabama. That's it. One game, they get $1 million. Do you know how far money like that goes at a tiny school for Troy? Now imagine if you're Alabama on the other side of that. 90, 100,000 people going into that stadium, 7 games out of the year, all the people that employs, all the concession stand workers, parking lot attendants, fucking tourism, everything for that state. Prostitutes, everything, prosties, fucking keggers, bro. It's paying for everyone. It's paying for everyone. You're going to destroy an entire economy. This one dickless, heartless little fuck is going to destroy an entire economy just because he woke up today and say, I don't think it's safe to play football. Last week you lied to us about wearing the goddamn mask. So I don't know what your MO is on this one, Fauci, but fire him. Get him the fuck out of here at this point. Thanks for playing. It's been fun since Reagan or however long you've been in office. Get the fuck out of here at this point. We're all done. I heard Trump call into CNN, or not CNN, obviously not CNN last night, although that would have been a blast.
For sure.
A blast. Called into Fox last night on Hannity. I didn't even know it was possible, by the way. Just a fucking president picking up the phone. Wasn't scheduled. It was just on in the background. I usually flip through the news late at night to try to pick up stories from today. Yeah, because I started with CNN last night, and they were interviewing some of the prosecutors from this upcoming trial in Georgia for the cop who got charged with 11 counts of murder and all that other shit, which we'll get to in a moment. Or maybe we'll probably talk about it on the news today. Okay. Drinkin Bros fake news. I watched that for a little bit. I saw the Atlanta PD magically get the blue flu last night and not go into work. It would have been awesome if they just quit, to be real with you. Cool, you want to defund the police? Awesome. Let's start tonight. Good luck. But they didn't. So I flipped over to Fox, and President Trump just called into Hannity. He was talking about life for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, yeah, live on air.
Dangerous. How did it go?
It was good.
Okay.
But he was just saying, look, man, we're not shutting down the economy again. It's it. We're all done with that. So whatever happens.
Yeah.
Now, state by state, I don't think that he has the control to decide that. It'll probably come down to the governors. Mm-hmm. But, they're riding the governor of Texas's ass today for, the cases have spiked. And see, this is what happens when you open up early. No, the cases have spiked today because there's 30 million people in Texas. Half the state of Texas is out fucking protesting and shit. Like, that's why the cases have spiked. Now, because we opened up early and fucking shit. Half the goddamn nation was out in the streets like that. No mask overnight. Yes, you're going to have a spike in cases. And with China, shut it the fuck down because they've got more cases now, right now. Start sending in some fucking planes over there. Let's shut that country the fuck down. Because don't think, I haven't been following what's happening with them in India. And they've had, 5 or 6 soldiers killed on each side now? Even Russia called in, was just like, we're with India on this one. I think all of this pressure is mounting between the U.S., Russia, India, and everything. Everybody else is tired of China's bullshit as well, where it's just like, all right, time to get these trigger fingers warmed up, brother. If this shuts down our economy, football, and everything else,
you're going to have to go back to college.
Fauci over there. I can't even go back to college.
They're not open?
They won't. And that's
Find a school that's open.
That is my prediction.
Go back to college. Take a couple.
That's my prediction.
Classes, right?
I don't know if you will be able
to be eligible.
Because right now, I felt pretty positive about where everything was going. Right now, we're kind of in that danger zone moment where it's just like, hey, man, a couple people are getting sick and now we're fucking thinking about closing down again? Because this dickhead governor here has said nothing. So
yeah, I think he's not going into phase 3. I don't even think we are yet, right?
Right. Yeah, we're not here, right?
We're not in phase 3, but I think with everything happening, we will not.
Yeah.
But the people that have already gotten to that point can't go back in the
can't
put the genie back, but then people who haven't gone fully phase 3 will not.
Yeah, this fucking Roy Cooper, the dickhead governor here. Hey guys, I want you to wear diapers, but no baba. I'll tell you when you can take your diapers off when I feel that you're fully fucking potty trained. Fuck you, Roy Cooper. Open up the goddamn states. And these numbers, like these, Texas skyrocketing in cases, 2,700 was the number. Yeah. 2,700. That is a state of 30 million fucking people. And 2,700, fuck, man. It's spring break. I bet you more kids got fucking Hep C than got fucking COVID. Yeah. I'd love to see those numbers per day. We're not telling people not to have unprotected sex because that's wrong.
Right.
You need to be able to pull out your hog and do whatever you want with it, you know?
Sure.
Let the rest of the world tell you that. But if we shut down this economy again and sports and everything else that's fun in this world ends, I'm going to go real fucking dark with people. Like, real goddamn dark. Like, because it's bullshit. I think as Americans, we've had enough of it. And the mask thing, like, dude, we're going through it again today.
We are.
Going through it again today. People are starting to choose sides again after what the way they hear and see or whatever the perception of what is going on. And I feel like we're on that cusp where there's going to be a couple of cuck governors from some of these states who just shut shit down and say, oh, time to go back into hibernation, and we need more money from the government. Mm-hmm. We need more fucking checks and bailouts and everything else because we're going to go back into hibernation.
Right.
No. If you're worried about it, set the fucking age bar. Put that up. You know? Make it the reverse of Disneyland. You know, there's a height limit. Mm-hmm. Now just making an age limit. I'm like, all right, great. We can all wear IDs on our fucking shirts like we work at a goddamn Kinko's. And then you can figure it out. Be like, oh, you're over 68 years old. Go home. Sorry, Bob. Go the fuck home.
Oh.
Give those people money.
How fascist.
It's where we're at. The economy can't take it. The government can't take it. You want to know why there's a spike in cases? Go to Seattle. Go to Chaz. Take a nice Chaz vacation. Airbnbs in Chaz right now are $0 per day. $0 per day. Ooh, where am I going to? I've always wanted to go to Seattle. Go to Chaz, dude. Go to Airbnb, type in Chaz. You're going to have about 7 square blocks to yourself and with your closest buddies. It's going to be shared space, but take some lighters, cigarettes, sunglasses, and oranges to stuff up your fucking asses because that's where we're at. Show Chaz today. They renamed it to Chop, right?
I don't.
Yeah. So it's Chop now.
Okay.
Forgive me to the residents of Chaz who have gotten together and changed your name to Chop.
And
I really apologize if I pissed you off today.
That's the safe space.
Yeah, put
town.
up that sign. There it is. That's the safe space sign. And there, you know what? They started building walls yesterday too, which is awesome. I thought those didn't work. We didn't want them at the border, but you want them at your border? The border at Chaz has got some goddamn walls now. Oh, you needed some fucking walls around Chaz. What are you worried somebody's going to come in and steal your fucking sister's sleeping bag? There was a guy there who had like half of a strawberry shortcake sleeping bag just cut in half. Where did that other half go? Or is that part of the Chaz mentality? You have a sleeping bag, give the top half to someone else, and then call every black friend you have and give them $10 through Venmo. Mm-hmm. Is that was where that came from? Chaz.
Okay.
The laws of Chaz.
Okay.
The ironic thing about it is why pick a fucking name from an 80s high school movie as your colony? Chaz. City of Chaz.
I don't know. Probably stands for something. No.
It does.
Oh, okay.
It's still ridiculous.
Sure.
You still want to go by monikers, right? Like when I married you, I was fully aware people might call us Rojo, and I was all right with that.
Rojo.
I made that decision. Yeah. You know?
Wouldn't
I made
it be
that decision on my own.
Ressie?
No. That's weird.
Ressie?
Super, again, racist. Jessie against
or
Asians.
Rossi?
They can't pronounce
Rossi.
that. Rossi. Oh, gross. Gross. Chaz.
Rossi P.
We're going to Chaz tonight, brother. Warm up your hands. We're going to Chaz. It's the middle of June. It's time to Chaz.
The Capitol Hill Autonomous
There it is. Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. I'll make you I'll make a friendly wager with the audience. If football is canceled and Dr. Fauci is able to somehow get football canceled, I'll go to Chaz, dude, for a few days and I'll do a live show inside of Chaz. Dead serious. I'll go there. Nobody gives a fuck, dude.
They're not going to let you in,
yes,
Chaz,
they will.
bro.
Yes, they will. I'll come head to toe.
What are the requirements to get into Chaz?
To be super white.
Cool.
Black mask, black hoodie, some ripped up jeans, some skinny jeans. I don't look great in skinny jeans, full disclosure. But I'll give them a go. I'll throw in some Doc Martens and I will get Chazed the fuck up, dude.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
A live show in there? Be great. For you, we'd have to go old school. Here's a little thing you don't know about Jessie. She used to color her hair all the time, a bunch of weird colors.
Yeah.
I liked it. Thought it was sexy. I still do. Frowned upon as a mom, which...
Oh, no, I don't care about that. It's just not very trendy right now.
But you know where it is trendy?
Chop?
Chaz.
Chaz, chop.
Chaz, chop.
Okay.
Color up, Jabes. Throw some orange in there. Fight the power. Okay. And we'll do some live shows from Chaz. Why? Because I'll have nothing else to do this fall. Nothing.
Oh, no.
Football. If there's no sports this fall, could you imagine?
The Chads will be heading to Chaz?
Yes.
Ooh.
Chads. Fucking Kyles.
Chads, Kyles.
I think that'd be the best part. I'll buy a shitty car, right? We'll just leave it at the border at Chaz. And you're probably asking yourself, why do you need the car? I've got to move the drywall somehow. Because I want to go full Kyle inside Chaz. So I want to have people just
build your house
yes.
at a drywall and then break it down.
Just punch holes through it all goddamn night long. Just punch holes right through Chaz. I go full Kyle in Chaz. You know?
It's fun.
Be a blast.
Yeah.
And if this happens, Fauci, you cancel football and sports and everything else, I'm going to Chaz, baby.
The Chads, Kyles, and Brocks are fucking head.
Think about it. I don't have to shower. I don't need Manscaped for my ball sack anymore. Like, you know, it's free love. That's what the mayor said. So the Seattle mayor said, it's the summer of love. It's just free love now in Chaz.
Oh, wow.
You believe that motherfucker said that?
Actually, you might be more aligned with Chaz than you think.
Maybe. And
Do you know what I mean?
If there's no football, let's go. Round up the boys. We're going to Chaz, baby.
And you have a couple Brads in your life, actually.
I do, who are friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Real
you
life
have
Brads.
a Chad.
Yeah, dude. Why not? Why not? Let's pack it up.
Get it going.
Let's pack up the FJ Cruisers. Pack up my dad's FJ Cruiser and go to Chaz, dude.
What's an FJ Cruiser?
So an FJ Cruiser, Alec, our producer, he's a big car guy, right? Put this on the screen. It seems like every one of the new ones, whatever the latest one is. Those are fine. Yeah, that. It seems like every hipster who doesn't work, their dad, that's what they've asked their father for is this. Because I can go off-road, but it's also small enough that it's economically fucking...
It's actually nice, too.
Yeah.
So if I need to go
it
valet.
It doesn't leave a big carbon
if I need
footprint.
to valet.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's load up an FJ Cruiser and then just go to Chaz and figure our lives out, James.
There's a lot of people on the boards that are with you. They're following you. They'll go with you.
Go with me to Chaz, dude. Let's round it up.
Get yourself a Winnipeg.
I think we could rent a bus, to be honest with you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. We can rent a bus, go to Chaz. We can all do it together. We can make Chaz songs all day long and just
Ooh,
yeah. Chaz, brother. We're going to Chaz, baby. I need it in my life. So Fauci, no football equals Ross going to Chaz and kyling out his best Chaz life. I refuse to call it CHOP. I want to recognize the original founders of that, and if they put up a statue of the CHOP guy, I want that torn down, and I want to recognize it as Chaz, because I think that's an important name, and it's really catchy. Mm-hmm. We called it the Chazening on another show.
That was a good one.
On Drinkin Bros. And yeah, I want to. Put that. I want the methed out Breaking Bad van.
But you're gonna have to wear those yellow suits as well. Yeah,
I'll do it
with the gas mask.
Absolutely,
perfect.
Walt White's other car, that shitty Aztec that he had, I want that too, like towed behind it. Mm-hmm. That way, in case I have to tool around town.
Sure.
I will only drink Starbucks in Chaz.
I'll grab a Vespa for that.
Yeah, grab a Vespa for it. I will only
easier on the back.
What's the most complicated drink that I could order from Starbucks? I hate Starbucks, by the way. What's the most complicated drink order? We're in Seattle. We're in Chaz.
You can order a double tall soy milk cappuccino, all foam.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? No, and like getting foam on a soy milk will take them about an hour, and it still won't be right.
Here's the thing. Hold the coffee. I just want a cup of foam. Can you do that?
Soy milk foam, though. So I'll see in about 2 hours. Yeah. See in about 2 hours when that doesn't foam up still, and it actually still is liquid.
I want that drink every day. Can you give me one of those grande cup of foams?
Oh, yeah. Let me make it a venti, half a shot.
Yeah, have it.
But the rest soy milk foam, please. Extra hot. That was the other thing. I worked at Starbucks for a second, but extra hot cappuccino, all foam. Like, how am I making the foam super hot? I'm so confused.
What I'd like to do,
go.
There was a movie where I played a clown in it. I played a character of a clown. It was the hardest makeup to get off of my life.
Oh, look at that order.
It took forever.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I can imagine.
So
it was probably like a thick, cheap makeup that was like
hours and hours and hours.
Sure.
And when I woke up in the morning,
oil-based.
when I woke up in the morning, it was still like chunks of it were in my hair and like other weird parts of my body. Sure. But I had to go and shoot the rest of this film. So I was like, hey man, you just paint around it or do whatever you want, and I'll deal with it as the weeks go by. I think in Chaz, I would go full clown because that way it'll just last for a long time. Like that shit never came off.
Oh yeah, no.
And then that way I'm one of them. I don't shower and I'm good to go.
I'm really...
Would you have sex with me in Chaz?
In Chaz?
In Chaz. It's a story. It's a story for life. Where's the...
I didn't know I was going. Am I going?
I'd like for you to go for a couple of days just to see it.
Pop by?
Yeah, just pop on by for a bit.
I'm not sure if that's how Chaz works, but sure. I'll pop on by Chaz for a little bit.
We would always have that story to tell at parties. Because somebody always asks, like a couple-wise, where's the craziest place you guys have had sex?
I know.
Chaz, dude. We fucked in Chaz. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Chaz. It was day, 76 in Chaz. Oh, my God. Day 76. I bet it stunk.
Because we really don't have a weird one.
We got a Chaz up now.
Like a bathroom, which is like meh.
Yeah. You need like a Chaz. One that shuts down the conversation.
Sure. And they're like...
Day 86 in Chaz, we boned in a tent. There was heroin needles and, I was wearing clown shoes. I still had half the makeup on. I was sweating, but I had half the makeup on. It was raining and like we just did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like... Where was your child? Where was your third child conceived? Chaz, day 86. Yeah. And we could take a picture of it so we always have that moment.
And we name it?
Chaz, brother. One word, no last name.
You got to.
Yeah. If you have a baby in the middle of Chaz, take out the middle and last name. You don't need it anymore. I think that says everything about you and the kid's life. Like the rest of his life, what's going to happen.
Anyways.
Big fan, James. I've been just rapping about life here.
You really have just been
we got some sponsors who pay for this show to be on the air. Somehow they might not after this, but it's ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Do you think that I could take a ghost bed mattress in the middle of Chaz? I would like to have sex with you in the middle of it, but I would like to have sex with you comfortably on a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Right?
'Cause you could just put the box like. If you got a twin or something.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Because they deliver anywhere. I don't know if they deliver to Chaz, but I would imagine so.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
And that's just a little bit about Ghost Bed. Like
They'll deliver anywhere.
Deliver anywhere. They will get you this bed.
Goddamn right they will. It'll be COVID free because all you have to do, it gets shipped in a box. So hey, ship it to the corner of Chaz and Chaz. I'll be right on the corner of Chaz and Chop, right there.
Yeah.
Send me the bed there. We'll just take one of those twins. I'm not asking for one of the cooling mattresses.
Sure. It doesn't need to be a Lux.
I don't need to be
an
adjustable base. I don't need any sheets.
It could be the classic flex.
Just send it right there, yeah. Just a classic flex right there. Twin size. We'll bone on that and move on with our lives.
Sure.
As always, at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest on that. Go there now. Everything in the store is 25% off. You get free pillows, 2 free pillows with a mattress, James. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shablankers. And guys, without even saying it, he's already had too many
Dubays,
today.
brother. So Strikeforce, fun fact, just got a call in my headphones. Alec just patched them in. It is the official energy drink of Chaz. We're here. We're Strikeforce.
I love a sponsor that just gets our bullshit because thank God.
Think about it. If you're in the middle of Chaz, do you have time for a fucking monster? No, you don't. All you have time for is a tasty, tiny little tin pouch.
That's fair. And then you don't even need anything to mix it in.
Woo.
I know that sounds crazy, but you could just.
Yeah.
At a moment's notice, you can have.
Oh. Yeah, just at a moment's notice, you can. Oh. I had a little bit on my fingers. I was licking it off. I probably shouldn't have any more of it today, but I do. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy, Jabes. And it's so rich. You can go to Strikeforce Energy today. 4 amazing flavors, tasty as shit, last longer than 5-hour energy, and they ship everywhere in the entire world, including Chaz. Ooh, yeah. Chaz.
You
which
guys
is
are
great.
hearing this, right?
Go to
You guys are hearing
strikeforceenergy.com today. Promo code Revolution gets you 20% off. They get a subscription of the month, too, which is real fun for all the boys and girls living in the world, doing their things, living their life. Last but not least, we're keeping it 100% Chaz today. Postmates.
Ooh, yes.
Delivering to Chaz as we speak.
Oh my gosh, they probably are.
They are.
I'm telling you,
They're
if
slams.
there's one place that's actually going to like get through the bullshit and get you your food, as we know from experience here, it's Postmates.
Damn straight.
I've loved Postmates from the beginning, but
Yep.
there's a lot of people that don't have the app. Like,
Crazy.
hello.
Download the app. Use the promo code Revolution. You get $100 in free delivery fees.
You will not be disappointed.
$100 in free delivery fees? Oh, damn. You don't say, Javes. You don't say.
What's another sound effect that you're thinking of getting on there?
I'm going to get a lot after today. I wanted to make sure it worked. I'd love the next sound effect to be that woman, that fat woman who cried after Trump got elected. No.
Oh, no. No.
You get me on this.
Oh, my God.
Forget it, dude. DJ Khaled.
Again,
Put
like-
another one on there, too. It's endless. We want to make sure the shit worked today, but if the audience can hear it.
Giorgio is making notes of everything.
Man.
That you're saying right.
When I get hot like this, James.
Eesh, my friend.
Postmates, kids, Revolution, $100 in free delivery fees. If you already got an email, just use another one. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but who cares? We have no rules in Chaz, baby. But we do need some cigarettes and some lighters. I'll smoke again. I haven't smoked in 10 years. I'll smoke some cigarettes and Chaz.
Oh, my gosh.
There's no rules. Parliaments. I'll go old school Parliaments. I used to smoke Parliaments, by the way.
That's what I smell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go Parliaments again. The P-Funks. Make my shit the chronic. I want
Why
to
did
get
you
funked
smoke?
up.
Oh, because it was your New York. So
New York, it was big in New York.
yes.
Yeah.
So
That's why.
that's the only reason that I smoked Parliaments was like when I was 15 and I would like go to the city by myself
Yeah.
and like smoke Parliaments like everyone. I felt super cool.
You felt like a lady, like a lady.
And I felt like a real New Yorker.
Do we have a crime corner today, James?
We do.
No way.
We're going to be going through this together, but go ahead.
Crime corner, crime corner. Go ahead, James.
I would like a crime corner effect on there.
Crime corner. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Not from you, from the board.
Okay, sure.
A
Understood. Sorry.
A pack of feral hogs sniffed out a cocaine stash in Italy. So animals destroyed stockpile of drugs buried in Tuscan forests worth approximately $22,000. Okay, so let's go through this. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. The memes that I was seeing about this was like, who had coked out hogs for June? Anyone? Did anyone have that coming up? It was the killer bees, right?
Yeah. Yep.
The resurgence, whatever. So a pack of feral hogs, which you know.
Yeah.
Scared of these feral hogs in Italy, sniffed out, dug up, and destroyed a stash of cocaine buried in the forest. The stash was reportedly worth $22,000 and had been left in a forest near the town of Montepulciano by a group of suspected drug traffickers. While listening to wiretaps of suspects, authorities heard them complaining about how wild hogs had unearthed the cocaine and scattered it around the forest.
Yes.
Now, it's unclear how many feral hogs took part in the coke, but only one can only hope it was between 30 and 50.
30 and 50 hogs.
You know that one tweet, too, about the rifles where they're like, what am I supposed to do when 30 to 50 feral hogs come into my backyard while my kids are playing? Yeah. That's what they were kind of going
an AR-15.
Yep.
Boom.
With their prominent snouts reacting to the drugs.
They have huge snouts.
Huge.
Yep. I got a couple
they were
of big
attacking
nostrils on
people.
myself.
Okay. So they noted that the feral hogs are an increasing nuisance in Italy anyways. They destroy farmland, they attack people, they cause thousands of car accidents, and people were reportedly killed in collisions with hogs between January and September.
Yeah.
The problem has gotten so bad that earlier this month, farmers from across Italy ventured to Rome demanding the government take action against the feral hogs. So they're
Who had the
already...
cocaine?
What do you mean?
Who had the cocaine?
So it was these drug traffickers buried it in the forest in Tuscany.
Okay.
And we're, I guess, going to go back to it. I don't know what happens really in drug trafficking where they I've only seen a couple documentaries
of
people doing it. But like you bury it somewhere and then you do what? Wait till the heat is off you, whatever.
Yeah.
Go to get it.
Yep.
I don't know why it was buried there. Do you know what I mean? You get it across the border, and then what happens? I don't know.
You know, if the police gets a little close, then you know you gotta bury it. You gotta bury it somewhere, and then come back and get it later. Coke doesn't go bad if it's packed well. So,
sure.
You know, so two things here. The hogs, absolutely. If they could sniff it out, you deserve it, and that's just not for hogs. That's for humans as well.
Right.
If you're a human out there and you find cocaine, do it. You have that is the rule of cocaine. If you find it, you can do it. It is someone else's problem that they didn't fucking bury it well enough. So if you're a human or a hog, I don't blame the hogs in this one. So if you're out there and they're listening, right? Say somebody's in a field, maybe the hogs came down and one of the farmers was just like, all right, cool. The hog is trustworthy again. I'm going to give you one more chance. Don't go do any more cocaine again. And they're listening to the show right now. Know that I'm on your side, hogs. Anyone leaves cocaine anywhere deserves to be done. Humans, pets, hogs, no matter who it is.
I think the point of it, too, is that we didn't actually even realize how big of a problem feral hogs were until that one tweet back in the day, right?
Sure.
And now it's kind of widely known that they're an issue.
Oh, yeah.
In some areas
Texas.
Of the world.
Yeah, they destroy farms.
Right. So that's what I was just saying. So they were already like destroying farms and fucking with people and like causing accidents and running rampant. And now there's a bunch of them that are all fucked up on cocaine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. You need to get some AR-15s equipped with night vision. Start popping off hogs, dude, late at night. Add a little excitement to your life.
Know.
Bury your own coke in your backyard so you can pick those fuckers off. You want to add some excitement to it.
I can't even imagine. There's nothing.
I'd like to strap a. Have you seen them?
A what?
Like a feral hog? They're disgusting.
No, I've never seen. I feel like if I saw one, I would be terrified.
It'd be awesome if you could catch it in a cage and then strap some dynamite to it.
Sure.
And then watch it blow up. That would be. Watch a hog blow up. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So great, by the way. Be fucking real amped about that.
So
Jades.
anyways, I thought that was a fun little thing for June.
It is.
You know?
It's a real fun, flirty thing for June.
As if
there's a lot going on, though, with animals.
Yeah. What else?
There was a monkey.
Yeah.
In India that's been ripped somebody's face off and killed them and has attacked a bunch of children. Turns out.
Crazy monkey?
Pull up the alcoholic monkey, Alec. There's an alcoholic monkey. So the owner was feeding the monkey. It was a private monkey. You know, I guess just built for home use at that point. Yeah, there it is. The alcoholic killer monkey.
Okay.
Now put that monkey up on the screen. So the monkey leaves one man dead, injured 250 people. There it is. There's that fucking monkey.
Okay.
Put that fucker up on the screen.
Sure.
Now this is a wild one here because it turns out the owner had only been feeding it meat, so the monkey also doesn't eat vegetables at all.
Okay.
It's never eaten vegetables its entire life.
Okay.
The owner only fed it meat and hard alcohol for the entire life. And
Joe Rogan.
You might exactly.
It's a Rogan monkey.
It's a Rogan monkey. But you might be asking yourself, what's the harm in that? Nothing. There really isn't a harm in it. Here's what happened. The owner died. So the monkey didn't have a means to get alcohol anymore.
Oh, no.
That's what caused this. So the monkey sobers up. He's not getting any meat anymore, and he's not getting any hard alcohol. And he goes on a fucking killing spree, which I understand.
Sure.
Monkey or man? Some would say we're both.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say we're all cut from the same cloth.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Some would say we're erect from that.
Right.
Some would say that.
Sure.
This guy would.
Yep.
You know.
Sure.
If you only fed me meat and hard alcohol my entire life, and then you died, Jessie, and I didn't have the means to get it on my own because I'm a monkey, and I can't walk into a store and purchase things and say, hey, you know, I'll take a bottle of Jack and give me some of that jerky. I'm going to need some of that jerky to go. It's just, I'm on a lunch break. You get it. They're not going to serve you anything like that. I think you deserve to kill one person and probably harm another 250.
Right.
Because of the environment you're raised in. And you might say to yourself, Ross, that is fucking crazy, man. They should put you on a 5150 today because you're so crazy. You are Britney Spears, shave your head, crazy right now today. I'm not. Here's what they did with this monkey. They didn't even kill it. They understood what the monkey was going for, and all they're saying is, we've put the monkey in a cage for the rest of its life. So it's going to have life in a cage, like a monkey should.
Not like a monkey should.
But they're not killing the monkey, and they didn't put the monkey down. So apparently there was some conversation behind the scenes of like, all right, let's look at the facts here. Monkey was drinking hard alcohol every day and eating meat. Amazing life. Owner dies. He's got none of that. We can't really blame the monkey for this.
Not the monkey's fault, but like, why not just keep giving him that?
So that hard alcohol and meats all day long.
Sure.
I don't know how the rest of his life is going to go. I also don't know what that come down is going to be.
Well, we know what happens. He gets very aggressive.
Well, obviously, but now he's going to be in a cage. And so, because this was after the killing spree, when he gets in the cage and he's not having alcohol all day long and meats, like, are they going to try to sober the monkey up for life? How's that going to work out? Weird to think about, right?
I know.
He was living his best fucking life, and then his owner died. Son of a bitch. You know? I feel like that can happen to any one of us, to be honest with you.
It's true. It's true.
Lucky to be here. Lucky to be here. Jabes. One of the last stories I want to talk about is a weird one. Really weird one. This broke last night, late, and it didn't get a lot of attention too much. And maybe because of the time it broke. Danny Masterson, who played Hyde on that 70s show.
Had that pulled up.
Is, well, he got arrested. He's on charges for rape. Three rapes in particular. Stemming from like 2003 and 2004. He's a Scientologist.
Yes.
These alleged rapes, and they've been investigating this for 3 years. So this wasn't like an overnight thing. This has been going on for 3 years. He ended up getting fired from The Ranch, this Ashton Kutcher show that was on Netflix. It was terrible. Some say the show should have been canceled anyways, but
I didn't get it, but
me neither. Whatever.
I'm a little dumb though, so
I didn't know much about this story because, again, this happened during the Me Too movement. We're going full circle on this show today. This happened during the Me Too movement when every day was like a barrage of celebrities getting taken down for whatever.
Yeah, he definitely got lost in the shuffle, and I'm sure he wanted it to be that way because sounds like he fucking full-on raped. Now, I hung out with him in Sundance.
You did?
A little bit. I apparently was not his type.
Oh.
Because I was wasted, and he could have raped me.
Oh,
but anyway,
okay, gotcha.
He just seemed really boring. Like he wasn't even drinking really.
Yes.
He was just kind of like standing there hanging out with all of us, and we were all wasted in this fucking house.
So here's the thing. I played softball with him. I was on a softball team with him for like a summer, right? Played, I don't know, 5 or 6 games with him. I knew his brother because his brother was dating somebody that I'd worked with in a movie. His brother's Chris Masterson. I knew they were all Scientologists.
Yeah.
I've never seen an aggressive Scientologist. So if you're looking for a positive in that one, I've never seen one like outside. He's exactly the way you described him when I played softball with him. Nice guy, not real talkative.
Not real talkative.
Not the life of the party, but he was a cool guy, and
he was fine. I mean,
nice guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't know what goes on in Scientology either. So I have no idea. I know this. A lot of it is based on sex and sex stuff, as you like to say all the time on this show.
Sex stuff.
Yes. So here's what happens when you go in, right?
At certain levels, but yeah.
Right. When you get into certain levels, he's been in it for a very long time.
Yeah, but they weren't in like Sea Org style. They were always celebrities.
But here's how they get these celebrities in this Scientology, and so that they're giving away 18% of their salary every year to Scientology. Mm-hmm. You go on, and once you go through, they put you on camera like this. Mm-hmm. And then there is somebody, a psychologist, that asks you everything sexually about your life, what you're into, what you've done, your fantasies, what you'd like to do, what the world says you can't do, and all that other shit, right? I don't know that he's into men, that he's been gay forever, which I fully believe. And that they set it up behind closed doors. So it's just like, hey, man, you can get out whatever your sexual weirdness is. That way you can go on living your life in public and being famous and making us money at the church. And this is a safe space to come and do this. Now, the bail last night was set at $3.3 million. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were like, yo, man, because I get a few messages this morning. They're like,
definitely do that.
Yeah. And they were like, can fucking Hyde pay that? Yes, he could have gotten himself out. Or the church did. One of the two. Because the church is taking his side in this. They also have 50 witnesses who are in Scientology who are all standing by Danny Masterson as well.
Right. The accusers are saying that the Church of Scientology and that David Miscavige stalked them. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do know, is that whether he did it, the church knowing or not knowing, once they did know about it, they were going to destroy these people.
But that's what the church does with everyone.
Right.
A couple that lived next door to me, one was a Scientologist, the other one was not. And, they got in some fights and all this other shit, and the church just told him he had to leave.
Right.
He had to get out of the marriage and move, which he did. Strange, but it is what it is, right? I don't know what happened here. I only know him from him, and like, I have no idea what people do behind closed doors. And I said this yesterday with Chris D'Elia. Like, I have no idea what people are into behind closed doors or what actually goes on. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to speculate. What I can say is this. With Scientology, it's so but I don't know. I have no idea. And with the way that Scientology is, right, and their forcefulness and following people and all that other shit, it would not surprise me if this never makes it to trial.
Right.
I don't know that the witnesses will be able to hang through this, because those motherfuckers are ruthless. Now, Leah Remini today made a statement, and she said, this is just the beginning. This is just she goes, she was in it for years and years and years, obviously had that popular TV show, won a couple Emmys for it, exposing what Scientology was.
And I think she's in court
this, one would think. And if she's saying this is just the beginning for the rest of whatever else is gonna happen, I probably believe her. But this was a strange story that kind of, if you're just reading this today or saw it late last night, that just pops up out of nowhere of like, man, what the fuck? That guy? They've been investigating this for 3 years.
Yeah, and it wasn't out of nowhere. It was just came up.
You're like, wait, what? That guy? And in and out on a 3. So he's good. Is that other cop got out? Out of the 4 officers arrested in Minneapolis, that one got out, and he was at a $750,000 bail. And everybody's like, yo, how the fuck does the cop have it like that? And it was like $75K is what it was to get out of there. But this one could be fascinating as time goes on. My prediction is nothing, just because of the church and how gangster they are there and how weird that whole fucking sitch is up there. I don't know if anything will happen with this, but it was definitely a strange one. And I got a bunch of things this morning. They were like, yo. I was like, yeah, they looked into this 3 years ago. I was not aware that they were actively pursuing this case for 3 years, because that's a lot.
Yeah.
With the Weinstein thing, it was pretty quick. Like, hey, man, we're investigating, and then boom, we're going to go to trial and do this other shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that happened within a year. This is a very, very long time for something like this. And the other part about it is you're close to 20 years ago at this point, so I don't know. It's a tough one, but it's definitely weird, James.
Soup's weird.
Not weirder than our fucking crime corners today. I want you to walk back that statement about football. Or you're going to see full fucking Chaz, bro, this fall. That is it. It's going to be the fall of Chaz. I know we had Hot Girl Summer last year and then Sad Boy Fall. It's going to be the fall of Chaz, brother. Start doing shows from the inside. Show you what life is like on the inside of Chaz. No rules. Lighters everywhere. Yellow fingers. Cigs inside and outside. We do what we want in Chaz. So it's up to you, Dr. Fauci. Make the right decision. Shut the fuck up. Maybe just resign. You're 80 years old at this point. Like, go run every day in the park or whatever the fuck it was I saw in 60 Minutes. We're not going back inside our caves for shutting down the economy again.
Can't do it.
Can't do that.
Can't
fucking do that, dude. And we need some form of sports to come back. Anything. In Hollywood, too. Shit. Jeopardy ran out of fucking programs this week. Jeopardy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Monday, they ran out. Now, why this is a big deal, they shoot 5 Jeopardies a day. They shoot 25 shows a week up in that motherfucker. If you're running out of Jeopardies, imagine the rest of your favorite shows. Because it's going to be a long November. Is that Counting Crows?
To believe that me this year will be better than the last.
I want to give a shout out to our listeners real quick, and I'm going to give you a postie.
Ooh, yeah.
For giving me a fucking sweet, sweet tip. You know I love teen angst. You know I love the drama of it. I love teen shows. 90210, One Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek. I've been gigantic fans. Haven't been able to fill the void, Jabes. Nothing out there. Our listeners wrote in and they were like, Ross, we got you, dude. Outer Banks, Netflix, do it.
Talked about it for a while.
We have. Got into it last night, dude.
Okay.
Went 2 full episodes. I'm all in.
OBX.
I'm all in.
OBX.
The whole fucking thing, dude. Shirtless, drinking on the river and the ocean, whatever it is, man. The marshes.
Right.
Fucking shit up, dude. It's good-looking people again. Like, I hated that stretch we were in where it was just dorky people making me think that you can sleep with fucking models. No, dude, you can't. We're back to what we should be here. Just good-looking people fucking other good-looking people. A lot of sexual innuendo on there. Drugs. And they let them swear. That's what we didn't have in Dawson's Creek and shit. They were like, yo, let's get fucked up tonight. And I was like, here we are. It had like a supernatural twist to it. And I don't get down on that type of shit. I just don't. I don't want
Isn't there like
goblins
a
and monsters.
national treasure vibe to it?
There's a treasure involved, right? But from this like sea, like a boat wreck or something, and it's like, oh, all right. So essentially, it's like poor kids, rich kids, and these poor kids are looking for this fucking treasure. It's one of their dads went missing, so looking for this treasure just to be rich. And I'm all in. I'm all in on the Outer Banks. I don't give a shit how cheesy it is. The weirdest thing about it is it's gonna be hard for you to watch. Because the lead character looks like your brother.
Yeah, no, well, he
looks like Ben.
We had reported on him writing some racist shit and then saying that he got hacked, remember?
Yes, the lead actor, not your brother.
Chase, not my brother, yes. Chase. And then when we were looking at the pictures of him, I'm like, holy shit. It's
Ben.
a lot. Yeah, it's Ben.
It's Ben.
It's Benjamin Wiseman.
Yes.
For sure.
With a full head of hair. And here's... because of how good looking and funny this dude is, they'll forget. That dude's above the law. He'll delete that shit and move on with his life. I didn't know if he would. Remember we talked about it on that show?
Oh yeah, because we hadn't seen it yet.
Hadn't seen it. Yeah. Now that I've seen it, he is above the law. The best way to equate it is old school Shannon Doherty. Remember how she used to fuck shit up, tell everybody to fuck off and trash trailers and say a bunch of weird shit? You put up with it because she was hot. She was on 90210. You wanted to see the show go on.
Right.
Same thing with this kid. I'll put up with all of his bullshit. Just keep pumping out seasons, Netflix. I'm in. And partially too because we live here, where it's just like, oh, shit. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to get into it. But I'll watch it by myself.
Because they open it up with, you're gonna have to now.
Yeah.
You're watching shit without me. It's fine.
I'm not. That's
not your jam though. You don't get into like teen shit like that.
No, but enough people said it. I should probably watch it.
Yeah, it's not, I think you'll dislike it, but that's my call on this one. But,
all right.
Yeah. But I'm all in. Thanks, kids.
All in.
I appreciate the suggestions.
Let's give some shout outs.
Some shout outs here.
Let's see. We had a lot of new people on the boards. I mean, it was kind of
Rusty
crazy.
Barnett.
Kevin Balderas, we've seen you before. What's up, Buffalo Bill?
I light up. I don't know who that is. He says he wants to get into it. You're goddamn right I do. I'll get into that show. AJ Gamble, Tyler Swank,
Kate
Kreggers,
Mango?
Doom Donuts,
Donuts,
Andrew
back on
Lamax,
Yeah.
Julia Kirkus, Rihanna, Ruben Schneider is first in the room. I don't know how you're going to beat Ruben, by the way. I think he's on a 6-day streak of being first in the room.
You can't beat Ruben in the room. Be interesting
YouTube
to see. Yeah, if anyone.
Moose Cholak, the Hawk, Buffalo Bill is back. Buffalo Bill said OBX is Chaz, dude. Fuck.
Chaz.
I couldn't think of a better place to Chaz out than Outer Banks. I get it, man. I get the whole shit. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Kyle's in here. Maybe Kyle can join me. That way when I scream out, I'm going full Kyle. I'll have another guy there
There
to punch
you
a hole
go.
through the drywall.
There you go.
Eric Lozano. Thanks for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Go to iTunes. Give us a quick 5-star and review on there. Helps bump us up the charts. I'm on fire today. I'm gonna lead us out with our sound effect. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.